Hi guys, welcome back to FOOTY with Wally, and let's do our UCL predictions for Champions League Week 5, as always, about the games with the English clubs. So starting with Olympique Marseille against Newcastle. Even though in the Champions League, Olympique Marseille are not doing so well, if you see their points, they have 3 points in 4 matches, which is not good, obviously. However, in France, they are very good. Obviously, it's very hard to compete with PSG, but like they scored more goals than PSG in France, for example. They beat PSG and they're playing at home. So I don't think Newcastle will have an easy day, an easy time against them. And even though I think Newcastle have a lot of good players playing away, they have not been having good performances and results. They lost to Brentford away, they lost to Brighton, they lost to West Ham. They're not doing so well away, but at home they beat City, they beat Tottenham. So at home they are very strong. But in this case, the game is in France, and Newcastle have 9 points in 4 matches. So if they win this game, they will have 12. Obviously, they want to qualify within the top 8, and for that you need something like 16 points, 17 points. So winning here would be extremely important for them, but I don't think they will make it. I think it will be a draw. I'm gonna predict 2-2 this game. Chelsea versus Barcelona, and here we have two teams that in theory are good, but at the same time they are very inconsistent, because we saw Chelsea playing very well, like destroying Tottenham, playing very well against Liverpool. Chelsea destroyed Wolves and Forest, but at the same time they lost against Sunderland, and also had a very weird game against Karabakh in the Champions League, in the game that they were like clear favourites. And regarding Barcelona, I feel they take a lot of risks in the sense that they can either concede 4 goals or score 4 goals. It's that crazy. Like they scored 4 against Celta, they scored 4 against Bilbao, but at the same time they conceded 3 against Club Brugge and also 4 against Sevilla. So basically that shows how inconsistent they are. Chelsea can take advantage of the transitions with Pedro Neto, with Esteban in case he plays, João Pedro also, but at the same time, if Barcelona play their best football, they are very dangerous. So I don't know, this one is very difficult to predict. And also, it is very important to say that Chelsea and Barcelona both have 7 points in 4 matches. So they are not doing so well in the sense of points. So they need to win. Like, basically, who loses this game will play the playoffs, will be in the playoffs. So I'm going to go with... By the way, I want to see your predictions in the comments, because I'm curious, especially about this game, because in my opinion, it is very hard. But I'm going to go with 3-2 Barcelona. So Manchester City versus Bayern Leverkusen. Even though City lost the last game against Newcastle away, I think they look good, and I think they will win this game with no much difficulty. And honestly, against Newcastle, they could have won that game. Like Foden missed a big opportunity, Haaland missed an opportunity. They created a lot, and also Newcastle created a lot. What I'm trying to say is City produce a lot of chances, and I don't think Leverkusen defend so well. So I honestly don't believe this game will be difficult for City to win. And City have 10 points in 4 matches. If they win this game, they'll have 13, and then they will be basically very comfortable to qualify within the top 8 and don't play the playoffs. So I'm going to say a simple 3-0 City. So Liverpool versus PSV. And honestly, Liverpool's defense does not look good, guys. Liverpool conceded 3 against Forest, 3 against City, 3 against Crystal Palace, 3 against who else? Brentford, also 3 against Brentford, but at the same time they beat Atleti and Madrid. So their inconsistency is what makes it difficult for us to predict. And they have 9 points in 4 matches. So winning here is very important for Liverpool, because if they lose here, they will have 9 points in 5 games, and then it will be kind of difficult to qualify and not play the playoffs, I mean. But honestly, I don't think Liverpool's problems come from lack of concentration. I think it is tactics. In my opinion, Zlot has not come up with a way of putting all the signings together, and he has been struggling with managing all those players. But at the same time, in the Champions League, Anfield just push them forwards to perform, to win games. By the way, I didn't say it, but PSV have 5 points, and I think they'll have 5 points in 5 matches, because in my opinion, this game will be 2-1 Liverpool. So Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. This one is like, this game will be so good to watch. I'm very excited to watch this, because in my opinion, those are the 2 best. I would say the 2 best in the sense of performance in the season, because obviously PSG and Barcelona are also very strong. But comparing quality, performance, like football-wise, Arsenal and Bayern Munich are just insane. They're consistent, they're strong, they're defensively strong, offensively strong. They're both first in their leagues, like Premier League and Bundesliga. They're both 100% in the Champions League, four games and 4 wins, 12 points. This game can honestly go either way. If this game ended 2-0 Arsenal or 2-0 Bayern Munich, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because they are very strong. In the last season, they faced each other and it was 2-2, I believe. Okay, 2-1 Arsenal, because they're playing at home. That's the only criterion that I can see as an advantage, because honestly, in football, for me, they're equally excellent. So PSG versus Tottenham. By the way, I'm kind of sick, and I remember to say this because I said it in my last video when I analyzed Arsenal versus Tottenham. Yes, that was horrible to watch. So PSG versus Tottenham. Honestly, I don't see Tottenham winning this game. Seeing how they are performing, both teams, PSG beats Barcelona, playing way better, having opportunities, at least like 3 very good opportunities. They could have won a game 3-1, but they won 2-1, but like it could have been 3-1, 4-1. And in France, it's difficult to analyze them because they have way more money than any club there. The difference is just huge. And about Tottenham, guys, a horrible match against Chelsea, atrocious performance against Arsenal, very good performance against Copenhagen, but like it is Copenhagen. Not a very good game against Newcastle, but like I need to say that Thomas Frank rotated a lot of players in that game. Very good game against Everton. So Tottenham have been kindly consistent, whereas PSG are very consistent and they're very good. Like they're better and they are more consistent, which is a problem and which makes me think that this game won't be difficult for them. And regarding points, PSG have 9 points and Tottenham have 8. So I honestly think PSG won't sleep on Tottenham. But I think they will approach this game very seriously. I don't know if you consider the other performances, Tottenham performances in the Champions League. We saw an okay to bad performance against Villarreal, even though Tottenham won that game. Then a very horrible performance against Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt could have won that game 4-2, but the game ended 2-2. And then a very bad performance against Monaco. If it weren't for Vicario, Monaco would have scored 3 goals in that game, and I'm not even exaggerating. And then an excellent performance against Copenhagen when Tottenham won 4-0. But overall, we can't say Tottenham are performing so well in the Champions League. So I'm going to say 3-1 PSG. So I survived, guys. I made it to the end of the video. If a sick man giving you, I hope, decent analysis is not enough for your like, then I don't know. I'm kidding. Give a like if you want, and also subscribe if you want, and see you next time. Bye.